I'm Alberto Bastos from Brazil. I'm the Brazilian coordinator of the Brazilian Committee, Risk Management Committee, and very happy to be here and answer some questions and share our Brazilian experience with us. Okay, very good questions, and I think that to talk about the future of risk management, you have to go back to the past of the risk management, and Brazil is participating of the ISO Committee of Risk Management since the beginning, and it's very interesting because at that time we have a lot of different interpretations of risk management in different companies, different sectors, different cultures, and now we can say that we have this ISO 31000 that is a common language applied to all organizations, and so I think that in the future we will have the other standards that deal with risk management adapting their terminology, adapting their concepts to align with this common approach, this common language, and so it will be more easily to the companies, let's say, break the silos and everybody in the organization talk the same language about risk management. Yes, I think risk management, of course, is based on people, and so we have different areas or departments in companies, and people deal with this risk management with different cultures. So we have some areas like safety and security, auditing people that have this risk culture inside their job description or job work. But in others, people are doing risk management without really know that they have to have a systematic approach to this. So we are seeing that in case of ISO 9000 for quality, ISO 14000 for the environment, and the other ISOs standards, they are concerning about this human factor. So they are calling what we say risk-based thinking or risk-based approach, and the main idea is really to have the people using these risk management techniques and methods to make decisions, to do their jobs in a more systematic way. So it's really very important not only to create a process, not to only have technology or tools to implement the solution process, but mainly training and motivate all the people to follow the instruction, follow the procedures, and really know what to do in case of make decisions based on risk approach or risk management approach. Yes, in Brazil we have some of the agents, regulators agents, using this risk management approach to do their auditings or looking for the companies in terms of risks. Of course, when we have these ISO 31000, that is not a mandatory requirement, but it's really a best practice, like recommendations and guidelines. It's just a suggestion, just a recommendation. But in some cases, in some situations, we have the experience that if it is the best practice, for instance, in case of business continuity, so big banks, telecommunication companies, critical infrastructures, we have a lot of these different kind of companies and the kind of organizations that need some kind of regulation. And this risk-based approach is interesting because it creates a common language, and so of course you have also the example of some company that they are affected by so many different kind of regulators, and if each one asks for things different, it will be really a trouble to attend this. And so I think in the future maybe this kind of systematic approach would be embedded inside some laws or regulations. And in Brazil, we are developing a new standard, a Brazilian national standard, based on regulations and some criteria to apply to a lot of different kind of sectors. I think that in case of banks, because the operational risk, the credit risk, etc., they are some step ahead, but other type of organizations also need some kind of help or support to improve their security or improve their quality based on this risk approach for regulators. That's a very good question, a gold question, so it's really interesting. But I think that the common language is the main point, because if we have now, for instance, the concept of GRC, governance, risk and compliance, and I always say that it's just GRC because English loves 3 letters for stand for, but maybe GRC, Q from quality, E for environment, H for health. We have all these different kind of sectors and departments speaking different language inside the same organization. And in the end of the day, the CEO of the company, the president of the company needs to deal with all these risks using an integrated approach. And so we really need this kind of common language to align all this process, align all these people, aligning all these tools and methods, so we could have in the future really a time that we will look to the past and think, whoa, how would we live without this kind of risk management standards?